fun so far to sit up.
All right, hello, welcome back inside Missouri Valley Women's Basketball Media Day. Calvin Wetzel hanging out with Belmont, Coach Bart Brooks, Tessa Miller, Tootie Jones. We're going to get to know these guys a little bit today on and off the court. Coach, we're going to start with you with some on-court stuff. So your team's picked fourth in the preseason poll released just a couple hours ago. I want you to fill in the blank for me here. Your team exceeds those expectations, finishes top three. If what?
I think if we stay healthy, I think we've got a really good group this year. And if we can keep everyone healthy and get through the storm that's going to be our non-conference and keep our head above the water, learn from those experiences, I think we're going to be a really good basketball team by the end of the year. And I'm excited about our group because the two ladies sitting next to me, Kai McGuff, Blair Schoenwald, I think we've got the strongest leadership we've had in a long time.
Yeah, well, and you talk about these two and some of the returners in general. So what can fans look for the returners specifically coming back to kind of help you get through that non-conference slate that you always pile up so well and into conference?
Yeah, so I think our team is a lot different this year, but we've got a lot of experienced players back in who are the core of our program. And, you know, Tootie and Tessa are two of those players. I think the challenge early this year will be players adjusting to new roles. And I think we've got a lot of opportunities to play against different styles, that we're going to see everything from the best zone in the country against Georgia to one of the toughest half-court offensive teams to defend against Missouri in the first week of the season. And so for our players and our team, we're going to rely heavily on our returners' experience. And they've had experience in those big games. You know, Tootie sitting next to me has won 2 NCAA tournament games. Tessa's been a part of an NCAA tournament run as a freshman and played a huge role for us last year as a sophomore. And Kai McGuff came off the bench and then started for us down the stretch last year. And, you know, Blair Schoenwald's been along for all of our NCAA tournament wins. So, like, we've got a great group of veteran leaders who have played a lot of basketball, but roles have shifted. And so it'll be interesting, and I'm excited to see them take on the ownership of leading this team.
Yeah, and, you know, I want to get to newcomers in a second, too, but you mentioned some of those differences. You know, we know your team's going to shoot the three ball, but just generally in terms of style, strengths, weaknesses, how might this team look different from last year's?
Well, I think I'm hopeful that this is going to be the case, that we're going to be a lot better defensively this year than we were last year. I think last year we patched together enough to get okay defensively by the end of the year. This year, I think we have a chance to be really good defensively. So offensively, we're going to shoot threes. We're going to try to play with pace and tempo. I think we've got really good guard play at 3 levels. I think we can make threes. I think we can break people down off the bounce, and I think we can make plays for each other. And I think our big guys inside, Tessa is going to be a featured player for us. And, you know, I think she's done a great job of embracing that role, of working her like crazy in the off season to be ready for that opportunity and that challenge. So I think for us to be as good as we can be, we're going to be a better defensive team, and I think that will help us offensively as well.
And before I get to these two and have a little bit of fun, I want to make sure we talk about the newcomers too. So what can you tell fans about kind of what newcomers, what they can look for and expect out of them?
Yeah, so we've got 2 freshmen, and freshmen are a blessing and a curse in that they don't know what they don't know, and but they're both really talented. Kinsley Feltner and Jalen Banks, 2 players that will play for us this year. They'll both be in significant minute roles for us as true freshmen. And I think that speaks to their talent, their competitiveness, and I think everyone's going to really enjoy watching what they bring to us. They complement our returners very well. And then we've got a couple of transfers, Carmen Harrison, Claire Hyde. Carmen inside will provide depth for us, and she's a transfer from Georgia Tech, Tennessee kid, so coming back home to play her last 2 years. It has been really good. Is really, really a dynamic defender inside. And then Claire Hyde is a guard. She'll come off the bench for us, and she's a Chicago kid, has a connection. She went to the same high school as Nikki Baird, one of our former players. So Claire, we've known about Claire for a long time. She's a great human being, great teammate, and I think she's got the physical tools to be a really good player for us. So we're excited about all four of those guys, what they're going to bring to the table.
Well, we talked some ball. Now let's talk some off-court stuff. Tootie, Tessa, you ready to have a little bit of fun? We're going to
Ready.
get to know you guys. We're going to get to know your teammates. Start with your teammates, though. Tootie, who on the team, other than yourself, will you say is the best dancer?
I would have to go with Tessa. Yeah, no lie there.
Tessa's like, yeah, definitely, definitely me. All right, Tessa, who's the funniest?
And this isn't even biased, but like Tootie, for real. For sure.
All right. So, Tootie, best fashion on the team.
I'm going to go with Caroline.
And Tessa, I'll come back to you. Who on the team do you think has the most unread messages on their phone right now?
I feel like Kai McGuff definitely does. I feel like she don't respond to people much.
Guy, if you're watching,
Lock in.
all right. And Tootie, who are you giving the aux cord to if it's not yourself controlling it?
I would give it to Kai.
All right, we had to give Kai some love. And the last one, about your teammates, then we'll hit you guys a little bit too. Tessa, who do you think on the team is going to be the best coach someday?
It's got to be Tootie. And then Kinsley also wants to be coach to her too, but Tootie up first. You heard it here first.
She's the funniest. She's the best coach.
Yeah.
That's definitely why she brought her to media day.
Jack of all trades.
All right, so Tootie, so obviously you're getting all these awards. So we need to know some of your secrets. So pregame, you're fueling up. What's your favorite pregame meal or snack?
Outside of our basic pregame meal, I like to eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Okay. That's what makes Tootie so good at defense, I think we're going to say. And Tessa, favorite social media app, and who's your favorite follow on there?
I love TikTok, and my favorite follow, I honestly don't know. I don't really follow like many TikTokers. I just use my For You page. Yeah.
One of those that you don't follow.
Right. Yeah. Just whatever comes up.
It's not surprising, though, that the best dancer on the team is also
Right. Yeah. It's a
TikTok
given.
person.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works. I feel you. All right, and Tootie, pro basketball player, NBA, WNBA, whoever, that you feel like you would compare your game to. Or if you have a comp for Tessa, that's cool, too. Who do you compare you guys' game to?
On the men's side, I would have to say Draymond Green.
Okay. Minus a few inches, but same defense though. So I like it. And Tessa, so if you could choose one superpower, what are you choosing?
Probably the power to read minds. I would love to know what everyone was thinking at all times.
Okay, and so Tootie, you get to invite one celeb to your game. Who are you inviting?
Sydney Colson.
Sydney Colson. I love that. If anyone watched the Aces parade yesterday, you know exactly why Tootie said that. Sydney is a blast. And Tessa, you win the lottery, millions of dollars. Obviously, I know you're smart. You're going to take care of your people. You're going to invest. But what's the first thing you're buying?
A one-way ticket to Lake Como to stay for a long time.
That answer ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Lake Como. And Tootie, we're going to finish up with you here. Best advice that you've ever gotten?
If it doesn't matter in 5 years, don't spend over 5 minutes thinking about it or worrying about it.
Who gave you that advice?
Probably my mom.
That's fantastic advice. That's a great note to end on. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to all our listeners for hanging out. And we'll be back.